Welcome everyone. Under numerical expressions and equations, we have learned about different types of equations. And under different types of equation, the most important one is quadratic equations in one unknown. So, we have discussed about the concept of quadratic equation. So, let us discuss some of the methods for finding the quadratic equation. Quadratic equations. The term quadratic comes from the term quad. Quad means square. Because in the quadratic equation format, the first part of that equation is expressed in the terms of squares. So that is why it is known as quadratic equation. It is represented by x raised to 2. The equation of the form ax square plus bx plus c equal to 0. See, here the first part of the equation is ax raised to 2. That is why it is known as quadratic equation, in which a, b and c are constants. Constants means in the question, instead of a, b and c, you will be given numbers. Is called a quadratic equation where x will be the unknown. X will be the unknown means in the question it will be given either x or it may be y. Anyway, it is an unknown value or an unknown variable. And where a is not equal to 0. That means whatever the question, whatever the case or whatever the adjustment, the value of a will never ever be 0. That is one of the most important property of quadratic equations. Solving quadratic equation, we get the two values for x. These two values are known as roots of quadratic equations. The quadratic equation may be pure or general. Pure quadratic equation means if in the equation ax square plus bx plus c equal to 0, where b, that is the second part of the equation, is 0, then that particular case is known as pure quadratic equation. So it will be like this: ax square plus c equal to 0, because bx is the value of bx or the bx will be 0 or nil. So it will be represented as ax square plus c equal to 0, and it is known as pure quadratic equation. We will discuss a small case relating to that. You may come across a question where you are asked to solve this quadratic equation. So don't get confused, because most of the quadratic equation is expressed in form of ax square plus bx plus c equal to 0. You have done numerous cases regarding that. I believe you know the concept. But when you come across this kind of question, don't get confused, because it is actually a pure quadratic equation and the computation will be very easy. Just solve this equation as a usual theory of equation case. So we can solve this one. 5x square equal to 125, because we have to change the position of known values and unknown values. Unknown values have to be shown in the left hand side of the equal sign, and known values should be shown in the right hand side of the equal sign. So it will be 5x square equal to 125, where x square equal to 125 by 5, it will be 25, and finally x square equal to 25. So instead of removing, or in order to remove the x raised to 2 or the x square, we can show it as x equal to root of 25, because if x square is 25, then x will be what? The root of 25. So you will get 5. And one more thing, in every quadratic equation there will be two answers, because of the peculiarity of the formula for solving or computing the quadratic solution. You will be getting two answers, because the equation for solving a quadratic case comprises of plus or minus sign. So whenever you get a value, it has to be represented in two forms: in its positive sense as well as in negative sense. That is why in the second line, see, solving quadratic equation, we get two values for x. I will show the equation for the quadratic equation, then you will get the concept of why we are showing here plus 5 and minus 5, because root of 25 means there is only 5. Then how we are going to get 5 plus 5 and minus 5? I will show with the equation, then you will get an concept. Anyway, quadratic equation may be pure. This one is the case with regard to pure. So let us discuss about the case of general. General quadratic equation is a normal form of quadratic equation, and there are three different methods for solving general quadratic equation. General quadratic equation means any equation is in the form of ax square plus bx plus c equal to 0. That is known as general quadratic equation. There are three methods to solve general quadratic equation. One is factorization, one is completing the square, and finally the quadratic equation. And among these three methods, quadratic equation is the most commonly and widely accepted method for solving quadratic equation, and we have learned about that. The equation for solving quadratic equation is minus b plus or minus root of b square minus 4ac by 2a. We have learned about this one, and we have learned about the concept. And here you can see that there is a peculiar sign, that plus, and under the plus you can see a dash. It means plus or minus. This is a mathematical method for showing plus or minus. This means when you solve a quadratic equation using this equation, you will get two answers. One if you are following the plus sign, another is if you are following the minus sign. Then the equation will be minus b plus root of b square minus 4ac. That is one pattern. Another is minus b minus root of b square minus 4ac. Then you will get two answers. One will be positive, another will be negative. That depends upon the nature of the question. I am not going for that part. Since this sign plus and minus is there in the quadratic equation pattern, that is why here we have shown plus 5 and minus 5. That is a peculiar pattern for presenting the quadratic solution. So, among these three methods, we have learned in detail the concept of quadratic equation, and this is the most commonly method for solution or solving the quadratic equations. Anyway, let us go through the concept of factorization and other method, that is completing the square for finding the solution of a quadratic equation. So let us go through these two methods. How to solve a quadratic equation using factoring method. Factoring method is otherwise known as a trial and error method, and trial and error method is not a scientific term for the method. It is just for the convenience purpose we are using that term, trial and error. During the computation time, I will explain why it is called trial and error. This is the easiest method of solving a quadratic equation as long as the binomial or trinomial is easily factorable. Factorable means you can bring down its power to a simple value, that is x square or x cube can be converted to a single variable. That is known as factorization. Binomial means when there are two values. Trinomial means when there are three values, or any variables raised to 3 or any variable raised to 2. That is known as binomial or trinomial. And we will need other methods like completing the square or using the quadratic formula. This is the most commonly method formula. You will be asked to solve a quadratic equation using quadratic formula. It will be much rare to solve a quadratic equation using factoring method or completing the square. Then again, let us go through these two methods, because in the question if they specifically mention about solving a quadratic equation using any of these three methods, definitely you have to follow the method specified in the question. So first one, factoring method. The following diagram illustrates the main approach to solving a quadratic equation by factoring method. See, if I have factors means x minus 2 or x minus 3 equal to 0. Usually this part, it will not be directly given in the question. You will be given a quadratic equation. I believe you all know how a quadratic equation looks like. It will be a quadratic equation. You need to solve this quadratic equation in such a way that you will finally come to a situation where you will get 2 or 3 different factors. Factors means it will be x minus 2. Here you will get x minus 3. Means after solving a quadratic equation. I believe you all know what is a quadratic equation. So whenever you get factors here, for the time being I am mentioning there will be 2 factors. Some cases there might be 3 factors. Anyway, all the factors will be shown in the left hand side of the equal sign, and the right hand side of the equal sign you will be having 0. So here it is, if it is x minus 2, it can be shown as x minus 2 equal to 0. If here you have got x minus 3, then it will be shown as x minus 3 equal to 0. So this is how you have to present the solution for a quadratic equation if you are using factoring method. This is the basic concept for that. We will discuss a practical cases, not only one practical case, different practical cases, then you will get the clear picture. So the diagram here suggests the following key points. That is, one side of the equation is just 0, that is the right hand side of the equal sign. The opposite side should contain the factors of given polynomial, that is it will be in the form of x minus 3 or x minus 4, like that. After the 2 conditions stated above are met, that means these 2 conditions, then it is okay to set each factor equal to 0. Then that means it can be represented in these 2 forms. I believe some of you might not get the idea of this explanation which I have mentioned now. Don't worry, the practical discussion during the practical cases, you will get a clear picture regarding what I have mentioned now. So this is how you have to solve a quadratic equation using factoring method. Anyway, let us discuss some of the examples. See, usually you will be asked to solve a quadratic equation using a quadratic method or a formula, but we will go through the methods relating to the same area. So let us discuss some of the examples where you can solve a quadratic equation using factoring method. So first one, solve the quadratic equation below by factoring method. See, this is actually the example of the figure which I have shown in the last slide. X plus 7 and x minus 2. Usually in the question they will not give like this, because it is actually easy to find the answer of this particular question. Usually you will get a question like ax square plus bx plus c equal to 0. That will be the typical pattern of a quadratic equation. You have to solve that equation and bring that equation to a factor form. Factor form means like this. So anyway, we will discuss that part. How you are going to find the solution for the quadratic equation if you come to this step. So x plus 7 into x minus 2 equal to 0. So how you are going to find the value of x? Definitely the value answer of the quadratic, every quadratic equation will have 2 values. So how you are going to explain or how to identify from this step? So x plus 7 x minus 2 equal to 0. Consider this type of problem as a freebie because it is already set up for us to find the solution. Notice that the left side contains the factors of some polynomial, nominal, and the right side is just 0. We have mentioned this one in the last slide. What we need to do is simply set each factor equal to 0. That is, we can show like this. X plus 7 can be shown as x plus 7 equal to 0. And x minus 2 can be shown as x minus 2 equal to 0. And you can see that x plus 7 minus 7 equal to 0 minus 7, finally they got x equal to minus 7. Similarly, you can see the similar type of computation done in this side also. You will get x equal to 2. But instead of following this computation, we will follow the typical simple method which we used to follow. When you get x plus 7 equal to 0 and x minus 2 equal to 0, that is, you have turned this one into this one. So when you come to this step, the next step you have to show is like this: x plus 7 equal to 0 and x minus 2 equal to 0. That is the one which is shown here also, but the next steps you might get confused. Let me show the easiest method. So x plus 7 equal to 0, how you are going to find the value of x? Similarly in this case also, how you are going to find the value of x? It is very simple. X equal to, just shift the numbers to the right hand side of the equal sign. See, here also do like that. X equal to 0 minus 7, x equal to 0 plus 2. When you change the number from one side to another, the sign of that particular number change. That is basic max. So you will get the value of x is minus 7 and the value of x is plus 2. Remember, every quadratic equation will have two solutions. And now if you go through it, here also they got the same value. So why this step is confusing? Because this is actually the step that is followed by the pure mathematical students. Since we are not pure mathematical students, we will follow this simple step. Actually this is a mathematical rule for solving this one. Anyway, for the computation purpose, let us go through the easiest method. So in the coming cases you may come across this step, but don't get confused with this one. We will follow this one, and in some of the cases I will not be showing this easy method. I will show only this one, but assume that by using this one you will definitely get the same values. So next is how you are going to bring a quadratic equation to this simple pattern. That is what which we are going to learn. See one question: minus 2x square plus 6x equal to 0. This is a typical quadratic equation where there is two factors only, that is 2x square and 6x. So how we are going to solve that? The basic concept for solving a quadratic equation by using factoring method is try to simplify the statement given in the question. If it is given in the raised to 2 or raised to 3, bring that value to a simple figure or simple variable. That is known as factorization. Bring together a value to its simple terms. That is known as factor or factorizing. So you need to simplify this one. How you are going to simplify this one? That is the method which you have to follow while dealing with quadratic equation using factoring method. So the left side of the equal is a binomial. Binomial means there are two items with one unknown with second degree value. That means we can pull out a monomial factor. I have mentioned that you need to simplify this one. That is known as the meaning of this sentence. If you think about it, but between the numerical coefficient minus 2 and 6, we can factor out minus 2. More so between x raised to 2, that is x square, that is written as x raised to 2, and x, we can factor out x. So we will multiply minus 2 and x to get minus 2x. I believe you didn't understand the meaning of this sentence. Let me show the computation, then you will get the clear picture. See, minus 2x square plus 6x equal to 0. I mentioned that you need to bring this one to a simple presentation so as to remove these raised to power or anything given in the statement. So 2x square plus 6x can be simply written as 2x into x minus 3. See, instead of showing x raised to 2, we can easily split these values. That is minus 2x into x minus 3 equal to 0. See, if you open this bracket, you will definitely get this one. So we are splitting the details given in or the statement given in the question in such a manner that it helps in easy computation. That is known as factoring. Factoring means bringing together or bringing down the values given in the statement in a monomial factor. Monomial means in a single factor. So instead of 2x square, why can't we write 2x into x? And finally 6x. It's better to write 3. So it will be minus 2x into x minus 3 equal to 0. So while dealing with factorizing method, the thing is, what is a trial and error? Because in the examination you may come, if a question like this, if you come across a question or a case like this, you have to think which number has to be given as a common factor in order to bring down this raised to power to a simple format. So that is why it is known as trial and error. You have to try out different numbers to bring the statement to a simple form. That is why it is known as trial and error. So minus 2x into x minus 3 equal to 0. Your computation is almost over, because now you have to split these factors into different. How many factors are there? This one is one factor, this one is another factor. So it will be written as minus 2x equal to 0 and x minus 3 equal to 0, just like the one which we have done in the previous session. So minus 2x equal to 0. So what will be the value of x? It will be minus 2x equal to 0. It can be written as x equal to 0 divided by minus 2. Any number that is 0 minus divided by any number, you will definitely get x equal to 0. So the value is x equal to 0. And similarly here, x minus 3 equal to 0. So x equal to 0 plus 3, it will be x equal to 3. So you have easily find the value of x. So that is why it is known as one of the easiest method of factoring method. The thing is, if the statement given in the question or the equation given in the question is a simple one, and if it is divisible to a common number, if all those situations are favorable, then only we can use this factoring method. So you have got the answer. This is one case of dealing with factoring method. Let us go to another case, then you will get a clear idea. Solve the quadratic equation below using the factoring method. See, this one is the best quadratic equation pattern. X square plus 3x minus 10 equal to 0. So how we are going to solve this one? This is a typical quadratic equation. So when you are using a factoring method in a typical quadratic equation, there is one common pattern for computing or solving this quadratic equation. If you are using a factoring method, in the previous cases that are different methods or situations in factoring method, but this one is the most common method that is followed for solving a quadratic equation. It is very simple. Anyway, let us go through the steps. Have you factored a trinomial? Trinomial means 1, 2, 3 before, where the coefficient of the squared term is plus 1. If not, it is very simple. We will come to the computation part. To factor this trinomial into 2 binomial, we need to find two numbers. 2 binomial means simplify this into 2 binomial. That is, here it is x raised to 2. So bring down this power to a single value. So remember, this is the main step. When you come across a quadratic equation where you need to find two values, anyway, the solution for a quadratic equation, there will be two values. But remember, when you come across a quadratic equation, typical quadratic equation where you are asked to find the factor using factoring method, you need to assume two values in such a way that the product of your assumed two values is equal to the constant term or the last one, this one, third one. For example, here x square plus 3x minus 10 equal to 0. Here the value of the third one is 10. So that is minus 10. Remember, you have to consider the sign. Minus 10. So what are the two numbers that can be multiplied in order to get minus 10? There are different numbers. There will be 10 and 1. 10 into 1, you will get 10. And 5 into 2, you will get 10. Okay, those are the two examples. So remember, the product of those two assumed number should be equal to the last number. That is one condition. Second condition, the sum of these two assumed values should be equal to the coefficient of the linear term. That is the second one. So we have to assume two numbers, and the condition is that if you multiply those two assumed value, you will get the third number. If you add those two assumed value, you will get the second number. So what were the numbers which we have assumed? One was 10 and 1. 10 and 1 means 1 into 10, 10, but if you add 10 plus 1, you will get only 11. Here it is, the value is 3. So which one will be the values? So the numbers will be 5 and 2, because 5 into 2 you will get 10, and 5 plus 2 means one of the digit has to be negative, because see here the main basic of computing the solution for this question is the values of second and third one as well as the signs. If the both are having two different signs, then the assumed values by you, one of them will be a positive value and another will be a negative value. That is a basic rule. So our answer is 5 and 2. And next is, which one is positive and which one is negative? That is also very easy. Here the second value is plus 3. So which one has to be positive in order to get plus 3? It should be a bigger value. That is, the 5 will be positive and 2 will be negative. Then you will definitely get this 3 and minus 10. See, this is how the pictorial representation of the explanation which I have mentioned now. Minus 10 means multiply the two numbers which you have assumed, you get minus 10, and if you add those same two numbers, you must get plus 3 also. So if those conditions and your assumptions are correct, then the values will be plus 5 and minus 2. So this is known as factoring method or factorization. This is the basic method for solving the quadratic equation using factoring method. It is known as trial and error because you have to try out different numbers to make sure which one suits your answer. So this is how you have to deal with a factorization case. See, let us compute this. The rest, x square plus 3x minus 10, it was given in the question, and we have found that we get this 3 and 10 by using the numbers 5 and minus 2. So it has to be shown like this: x plus 5 into x minus 2, you will get 0. Again the first example, remember x plus 7 and x minus 2, an example case like that. It has to be written like x plus 5 equal to 0 and x minus 2 equal to 0. I am not going to explain these two sentences. From this one I will say the answer. X plus 5 equal to 0, you have to shift the 5 to next right hand side of the equal sign, then that time the sign of the number change, so it will be x minus 5. Here x minus 2 equal to 0, here the 2 has to be shifted to the right side, the sign also changes, x equal to 2. So the answer is x minus 5, x equal to minus 5 and x equal to 2. So these are the answers for this quadratic equation. This quadratic equation, if you are following factoring method. Let us go through some of the cases. Solve the quadratic equation below using the factoring method. Question: 3x raised to 3 minus 27x equal to 0. So here one of the variable is raised to 3, so you need to bring down this power to a monomial value, that is like x instead of x raised to 3. So how can we bring down this value? Let us go to directly to the see 3x raised to 3 minus 27x equal to 0, which can be written as 3x into x raised to 2 minus 9. Remember, when you come across a case like this, try to show the common value in a monomial factor, that is 3x instead of 3x square and x minus 9. Show like this, because why I have shown like this is, if I show this one in a simplified form like this, I can again simplify this one, x square minus 9, because 9 is actually the square of a certain number. So actually this x square minus 9 can be simplified like a square minus b square. So it will be written as x square minus 9 is x square minus 3 square, which is known as x plus 3 and x minus 3, because here the sign is minus 9. I am not explaining in detail all these steps because these are basic maths. So anyway, 3x raised to 3 minus 27 equal to 0 can be simplified as 3x into x square minus 9 equal to 0. So how we are going to solve this one? So let us go through that. See, this was the steps which I have mentioned earlier. It is actually the basic max equation, a square minus b square. Then only you will get the answer a plus b into a minus b. So we have simplified the question in these two different steps. See, this was the question, 3x square minus 27x equal to 0, which can be written as 3x into x square minus 9 equal to 0. Again we can simplify this one because it is in the form of a square minus b square, which can be written as a plus b into a minus b. The concept is you are bringing down the power of various variable to a monomial value. Now it is in a trinomial or x raised to 3, which can be bring down to a variable value. So it is written as 3x into x square minus 9 can be written as x plus 3 into x minus 3 equal to 0. Your computation is almost over, because here the answer is directly given in this step, 3x into x plus 3 into x minus 3 equal to 0. You have to find out the different factors. One factor is the common one, 3x, that is one factor. X plus 3 another factor, x minus 3 another factor. So it is first one, 3x equal to 0, x equal to 0 by 3, you will get x equal to 0. I am not explaining this one. This is the basic method that is followed by mathematical students. We are following only the simple one. So 3x equal to 0 equal to, that is x equal to 0 by 3, definitely x equal to 0. Next one, x plus 3 equal to 0. So x equal to 0 minus 3, you will get x minus 3. Next, finally, x minus 3 equal to 0, that is x equal to 0 plus 3, you will get x equal to 3. See, this is the simple method for solving a quadratic equation using factorization. The thing is, you have to use different numbers in a trial and error sequence in order to find, or in order to minimize the power of variables. So now you have got the values of the x is 1 is 0, 1 is minus 3 and 1 is 3. I have mentioned that the value of x or value of a quadratic equation usually, or the answer or the solution will be in two numbers. Here you have got three values because we have splitted this quadratic equation in such a way that you need to minimize the power of 3. That is why we have got three values. That is why. So this is one method of dealing a quadratic equation using factoring method. We are discussing different cases in order to have a glimpse regarding how the factoring method works. Usually in most of the cases you will be asked to solve a quadratic equation or a quadratic equation or a quadratic question using a quadratic formula. But still you have to have an idea about how a quadratic equation can be solved using factoring method. Anyway, let us go through another method, x square plus 5x plus 6 equal to 20. How we are going to solve this one? In a quadratic equation, you have to bring all the values, that is known values and unknown values, to the left hand side of the equal sign in order to bring it in a typical quadratic formula pattern. So here the x square plus 5x plus 6 equal to 20. From here onwards I will go on with the computation very fast because these are simple methods, and the more relevant part is solving a quadratic equation using quadratic formula. Even though it is not relevant, but still you have to have an idea about how to solve a quadratic equation using factoring method. Anyway, come back to the question. Before solving this one, bring together all the values to the left hand side of the equal sign, because it is a case of a quadratic equation, not a typical numerical expression of a theory of equation. In a theory equation, we have learned that all the known values has to be shown in the left hand side of the equal sign, so right hand side of the equal sign, and all the unknown values has to be shown in the left hand side of the equal sign. But in case of a quadratic equation, you have to bring together all the known and unknown values to the left hand side of the equal sign, and the right hand side of the equal sign there will be 0. So this 20 has to be shifted to the left hand side. So when 20 comes to this side, it will be minus 20. So plus 6 and minus 20, it will be minus 14. And from there you have to solve like the method which we have done in the previous example. Anyway, let us go through the method. This is a sentence which I have mentioned right now. So these are the theoretical aspects of this computation. I am going directly to the computation part. See, this was a question given. I have mentioned that you need to bring this 20 to the left hand side. I am not going to explain this sentence. I am going directly to this one because this is a irrelevant computation, because it makes actually it bring confusion to the computation of this particular question. So x square plus 5x plus 6 equal to 20. If you shift this 20 to the left hand side, it will become x square plus 5x minus 14. Now remember, I have mentioned that it is a typical quadratic equation. If you are using factoring method, you have to follow the conditions. That is, one condition is that you have to assume two numbers so that its product must be this one, and if you take the sum of those two assumed numbers, you have to get this one. And remember, the next rule or step that has to be kept in mind is, here one is plus and here one is minus, so definitely one of your assumed number will be a positive value and the other number will be a negative value. So it will be x minus 2 into x plus 7. I believe you all know why this is x minus 2 and x plus 7. You can either use x plus 7 and x minus 2. There is no rule regarding which one has to, which factor. This one is known as factor, this is known as another factor. There is no rule regarding this factor has to be shown here or this factor has to be shown here. There is no rule regarding that. So the values are x minus 2 and x plus 7. And before going to these two steps, I will simply explain the answer. X minus 2 equal to 0, which can be written like this. So x equal to 0 minus 2, 0 plus 2, because when minus 2 is shifted to the other side, it will become plus. So x equal to 0 plus 2, you will get x equal to 2. Here x plus 7 equal to 0. When you shift the number to the other side of the equal sign, the sign changes. So x equal to minus 7, x equal to minus 7. So the answer is x equal to 2 and x equal to minus 7. See, these are the steps that are followed for solving this one. I have mentioned about why there is a complication regarding this one. This is actual mathematical rule that has to be followed, but for our computation convenience we are following a simple pattern like this. So the answer is x equal to 2 and minus 7. So let us go to the next one. Again, quadratic equation using factoring method. X square minus x minus 42 equal to 0. How you are going to find that? it is a typical quadratic equation, then your computation will be on the basis of assumption that there will be two numbers. If you multiply those two numbers, you will get 42 minus 42, and if you take the sum of those two numbers, you will get minus 1. So think which of those two numbers has to be assumed in such a way that you will get, or you will solve this quadratic formula. Anyway, I am going directly to the computation. Try to work out these questions by yourself. See, the numbers are 6 and minus 7. If you multiply these two, you will get minus 42, and if you take the sum of these two, you will get minus 1. So it is x minus 0, x equal to minus 6 and x equal to 7. Another quadratic equation using factoring method. X minus 6x plus 4 equal to minus 1. It is a simple one. You need to shift this one to this side, though it will be like this. See, x square minus 6x plus 5 equal to 0. You have to assume two numbers in such a way that if you take the product of these two numbers, you have to get plus 5, and if you take the sum of these two numbers, you have to get minus 6. See, x equal to 5 and x equal to 1. Another case, solve the quadratic equation using factoring method. 2x square plus 4x minus 6 equal to 0. One more thing, the main purpose of solving this quadratic equation is bring this equation to a most simple pattern for the computation convenience. If you go through the values given in this equation, you can see that all these numbers are divisible to a particular number. If it is possible, try to simplify this equation again. See, these three numbers is divisible by 2, so it can be written as 2 into x square plus 2x minus 3 equal to 0. So it will be x minus 1 and x plus 3. Now you can solve these two to get the particular value. And one more thing, in the previous sessions and cases we have done where a common factor is there, but in those cases this number is associated with a variable, and in this case there is no such thing, so we can't take this 2 in order to find the value of x. So we can only select these two factors. In order to consider a number as a factor, it should be associated with a variable, or it should be shown along with a variable within the brackets. So that is why we are selecting this one and this one. So the solution of x is 1 and x is minus 3. All these are different types of solving quadratic equation using factoring method. Go through it. Next one, I have mentioned that in order to solve the general quadratic equation, there are three methods. One is factorization or factoring, one is completing the square, and finally quadratic equation. And the third one, that is a quadratic equation, is the most important and the most widely accepted method for solving a quadratic equation, that is using a quadratic formula. And the first and the second method are the two methods for solving a quadratic equation, but compared to a quadratic formula, these two methods are irrelevant, but still you should have an idea about these methods. So the next one is completing the square. It is actually quite difficult when compared to the first method and the third method. Anyway, let us go through the computation. There is a common pattern for solving all the types of questions, but still it is quite tricky when compared to the first and the third method. So these are the steps that has to be followed while dealing with a quadratic equation using completing the square. So remember, whenever you come across a quadratic equation that is in the form ax square plus bx plus c, it has to be manipulated in such a way that you need to shift the value of c to the right hand side of the equal sign. You may get confused because in until previous case I have mentioned that you need to bring together all these values to the left hand side of the equal sign in order to solve a quadratic equation. But if you are solving a quadratic equation using this method, you have to follow this step, that is ax square plus bx, and next third one, that is c, has to be shifted to the right hand side in a pattern like ax square plus bx equal to c, that is minus c. And remember, there are two situations of solving a quadratic equation. One is, it is colloquially known as easy method, and another is difficult method. Why it is called easy and difficult? Because when the value of a is x, or if it is y, or if it is z, there is only variable given in the question, that is known as easy method. But whenever you come across a question where the first one, that is a, instead of x they are given 4x square or 3x square, that is a variable associated with the number, it is known as difficult method. Anyway, it is let us go through these two methods, then you will get a clear picture. These are some of the examples of easy method. See, the first one, that is the ax square, it is always expressed in a variable alone, whereas in case of difficult method it is always expressed in numbers. Actually this one doesn't come under this category. The thing is, the variable will be associated with the number. So here these are the theoretical steps along with that. Anyway, let us go through it. Let us skip some of these steps. We can go directly to this. Okay, when you come across a quadratic equation, change this quadratic format into this one, that is ax square plus bx equal to minus c. Now you need to divide the value of b given in the question with 2. For example, if you have 4x divided by 2, you will get 2x. If it is 6, you will get 6 by 2, it will be 3. If the value of b is 10 divided by 2, it will be 5. Computation is not over. Take the coefficient of x term divided by 2, then square its results. That is, let us assume the value of b be 6. So 6 divided by 2, you will get 3. Now you need to take the square of the 3, that is 3 square means 9. Add this value to both sides of the equation. Both sides of the equation means ax square plus bx plus whatever the square you have taken, you need to add here. At the same time, you have to add in this side also. Once you added the value on the both sides of the equation, express the left side as a square of the binomial. I will show in the practical case, then you will get the picture. Get the square root of both the side of the equation. Once you add that squared value in both the side of the equation, take the square root of these two sides, this side as well as this side. But don't forget to attach plus or minus symbol on the right hand side. Here you have to bring this plus or minus symbol also. Now solve that computation pattern and you will get the answer. Anyway, this is a most difficult method and it is not widely accepted, but for the time being you should have an idea about how this completing the square method is followed. Since you have learned about all the quadratic methods, as a commerce student you should have an idea about why this completing the square is followed to solve a quadratic equation. Anyway, let me show some of the cases. Solve the quadratic equation below by completing the square method. X square minus 2x minus 15 equal to 0. It is a typical quadratic equation, and the step was you need to shift this one to this side. So it will be like this: x square minus 2x equal to 15. Now the next step is you need to divide this number by 2, then you will get 1. You need to take the square of 1, that is 1 itself. See, 2 minus 2 divided by 2, take the square, it will be 1. From the come here onwards they will show that step like this, so don't get confused. Whatever the number coming here, you need to divide that number with 2 and take the square. So 2 by 2, 1 raised to 2, it will be 1. Now you need to add this 1 in both the side of this step. So it will be x square minus 2x plus 1 equal to 15 plus 1. Again solve this one. X square minus 2x plus 1. One more thing. When you add this number to this left hand side, in almost all the cases the left hand side will be automatically come to a mathematical equation format, that is a minus b the whole square. See, x square minus 2x plus 1, that is x minus 2x plus 1 means x minus 1 the whole square. If you expand this one using the mathematical equation of a minus b the whole square, definitely you will get this one, x square minus 2x plus 1. That was the explanation mentioned in the steps. And in the right hand side it will be 15 plus 1, it will be 16. So x minus 1 raised to 2 equal to 16. Remember, our computation is not over. Now you need to put square root for these two sides. So it will be like this. Root of x minus 1 the whole square equal, remember there is one step, don't forget to put this one, plus or minus root of 16. So x minus 1 the whole square raised to root means x minus 1 itself equal plus or minus root of 16 is 4. And now you have to solve like this. X minus 1 equal to plus or minus 4 means you have to solve this step in two ways. That is, one, you have to assume it as a plus 4, and in another step you have to assume it as minus 4. So it will be x minus 1 equal to plus 4, it will be x equal to plus 4 plus 1, it will be x equal to 5. And another one is x minus 1 equal to minus 4, that is x equal to minus 4 plus 1, it will be minus 3. So you will get two answers, because as per the quadratic equation you will get two solutions for the question. So this is how you have to solve a quadratic equation using the completing the square method. It is one of the difficult method among the various methods for solving the quadratic equation. Definitely in the examination they will ask to solve a quadratic equation using a quadratic formula in almost all the cases. Let us hope like that, but still you should have an idea about how these methods are used to solve the quadratic equation. So let us discuss some of the cases, then you will get a clear picture. Once we have gone through some of the examples, we will finish it off. Solve the quadratic equation using completing the square method. Another question, x square minus 10x plus 1 equal to minus 20. Remember, it is a case of completing the square method, so don't bring this 20 to this side. Instead you have to bring this 1 to the right hand side. So it will be x square minus 10x equal to minus 21. I am not explaining this sentence because it is a confusing step. We can directly go to this one. So x square minus 10x equal to, this one is shown shifted to the right hand side, it will be minus 21. Now next, what is the step that has to be followed? You need to divide this value by 2 and take the square of that particular number. So 10 by 2 you will get 5, the square of 5 is 25. See, 10 by 2 raised to 2 you will get minus 5. Remember the sign of the numbers, it is very relevant. So minus 5 raised to 2 is 25. Now you have to add this 25 to the both the sides, that is x square minus 10x plus 25 equal to minus 21 plus 25. Here you can see it is automatically shifted to a mathematical equation of a minus b the whole square, where x minus 5 raised to 2. equal to, here minus 21 plus 25, it will be 4. So once you got this step, next is you have to put square root to the both sides, and at the same time don't forget to show plus or minus here. So root of x minus 5 raised to 2 equal to plus or minus root of 4. Here x minus 5 raised to square 8 root means it will be simply x minus 5 equal to plus or minus root of 4 will be 2. Now you have got plus or minus, so you need to find two solutions, one with the assumption that it is a positive 2 and another with the assumption that it is a negative 2. So it will be x equal to 2 plus 5 and minus 2 plus 5, so the answer is 7 and 3. So these are the steps that has to be followed in case of solving a quadratic equation using a completing the square method. Even though it is difficult when compared to the other two methods, by going through the different cases you will get familiar with the steps. If you go through the steps, you can see that all these questions, whatever the case may be, they are following a similar pattern. So just go through the pattern. The only thing is, when you come across this side, you have to be very cautious, because you need to find out from which equation you will get this one. So you have to be very careful about that. So next case, another equation. Since these cases are irrelevant, that is why I am going in a shift pace. Another case, x square plus 8x plus 2 equal to 22. Same case, you have to shift this number to this side, so you will get x square plus 8x equal to 20. Now divide 8 by 2, you will get 4. The square of 4, you will get 16. Add 16 to both sides, so it will be x square plus 8x plus 16 equal to 20 plus 16. That is a step followed here. X square plus 8x plus 16, that is x plus 4 raised to 2 equal to 36. Square root to the both sides at the same time. Don't forget to put plus or minus sign. It will automatically become x plus 4, and here it will be plus or minus 6. And from these steps I am not going to explain again and again. Follow the usual procedure. You will get the values 2 and minus 10. Let us go through another question also. Solve the quadratic equation below by completing the square method. 8x square minus 20x plus 8 equal to 0. This was one of the example of the difficult case. So difficult case means when the first one, that is x square, is associated with any number, that is known as a difficult case. It's very simple. You need to change this equation in such a way that you need to remove this 8. So how can you remove this 8? It's very simple. If you divide all these numbers with a number that is divisible to 8, so it will be 8x square divided by 8 minus 20x by 8 equal to minus 8 by 8. So you think that it is divisible to this one and this one, but it is not divisible to 20. It's fine, you can leave it like that. So 8 and 8 is cancelled. It will be x square minus 5 by 2x equal to minus 1. So it will be like that. Now the thing is, the computation will be quite tricky here, because you have to divide 5 by 2 with 2. Then you need to take the square of that fraction. So you will get confused at that case. So by dividing through by 8, we have converted the value to a easy value. These are the steps which we have mentioned. So here, okay, 5x square minus 5 by 2 raised to x equal to minus 1. You need to divide this by 2 and take the square. You will get 25 by 16. I am going directly to the values. Go through these steps and computation, because these are very easy steps. Even though they are a difficulty in computing, the steps are very easy. So 25 by 16, now you have to add this 25 by 16 to both sides, so it will be like this. Output of the previous method step means this one. Then proceed to the rest of the steps. See, x square minus 5 by 2x plus 25 by 16 equal to minus 1 plus 25 by 16. So if you solve this side, that means x minus 5 by 4 raised to 2. This is actually a mathematical equation, that is a minus b the whole square equal to 9 divided by 16, and put the square root to both sides along with the plus or minus sign. Then you will get x minus 5 by 4 plus or minus 3 by 4. Assume that one solution will be computed on the basis that this one is a positive value and another one is a negative value. So it will be x equal to 3 by plus 3 by 4 plus 5 by 4, you will get 2, and another is minus 3 by 4 plus 5 by 4, you will get 1 by 2. So these are the some of the examples of solving a quadratic equation using completing the square method. Even though these methods are there to solve the quadratic equation, the most prevalent and the most commonly accepted is quadratic formula itself. So you have to be very thorough with the quadratic formula method, but at the same time you have to familiarize these methods, even though it is irrelevant, but you have to familiarize, because in the question, if you are come across a case where you are asked to solve a quadratic equation using any of these specified method, you definitely have to follow the method specified in the question. So go through these cases which I have mentioned now. If you have any queries regarding any of the cases which I have discussed now, please be in touch with me. So this is another case. These are some of the examples of solving a quadratic equation using a completing the square method. I am not going to explain this again, because explaining the same case again and again will be boring and confusing. See, this is another case of the pattern which we have discussed previously, along with the various steps for following that. Explanation for each of these points are also explained here. I am not explaining this one because this is the similar pattern which I have mentioned in the previous slide. The only difference is in each of these slides they have given detailed explanation for each of these values. So go through this computation. If you have any queries, please let me know.